is such an important construct in our society to think about the privilege we've had, the opportunities we've had, who's made a difference in our lives, how education has shaped us, how our community has shaped us, how the people around us, and I feel blessed every day at this institution for the people who just make it happen, and many of them are in this room. But we reflect on that, right? We think about that and we say, what is our responsibility? What's our opportunity as we look forward to leave a legacy and to be sure that others have the same opportunity and privilege and experience, and that we make our university stronger in doing so. I was really, as I was reading about all of you and about where you've left your gifts, and how you've shaped them, it really made me reflect and think about just how thoughtful you've been, how much it's a part of who you are, and how you have brought that piece of what was important to you through in your giving. So much of it is supporting our students directly, and that's just a beautiful thing. So much of it, as you endow it, is leaving it in an intergenerational way, so it isn't given once, but it's given repeatedly through the years. And I know what motivates each of you is the fact that you're giving someone an opportunity in a space that made a difference for you. And a piece of that is your name and your legacy, but the bigger piece is the impact. And I just, these nights they fuel me, they excite me. It's such a privilege to work with this community and be a part of what we're building here and be a part of the legacy and the intergenerational impact year after year, generation after generation. This institution is considered young at 60 years. And we're gonna have many 60+ anniversaries as we go forward. And your name and your gifts and your impact will just resonate through all of that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so blessed by each of you and grateful for what you've done. And it is my privilege to end my comments by introducing Laura Akins, our new Vice President of University Development. So Laura.
To make sure that I have the right folder so I give the right remarks. But first of all, I want to extend my thanks to you as well. I am a scholarship recipient, so I know the power firsthand and the impact that that creates for our students. So on behalf of our students, our scholarship recipients, thank you. Thank you for the impact that you made in my life, that you are making in the lives of so many others. And second, I really wanted to share with you how excited I am about the new commitments that Grand Valley has put forward through its strategic plan of Reach Higher 2025, because I think that your support of scholarship giving really articulates and supports those aims. So as I think about those, they are an empowered educational experience, a lifetime of learning, and a culture of educational equity. I'm reflecting on how you have created that impact through each of those areas. You know, I am a social work major. I share that with President Mantella and with our student who's going to come up and speak to you. And I recall as a social work major heading into the end of my sophomore year, my advisor saying, you've got to declare a major, because if you don't declare a major, you're going to get out of sequence and you're going to finish late. And the impact that that would have had in terms of my own education and increasing the total cost of it. But through our commitment to an empowered educational experience, we're going to rethink that. We're going to create new flexibility. And we're also going to create deeper and broader experiential learning opportunities like those that happen in our business and engineering programs, and whose students are very generously supported by the Vernon C. Ullman Endowed Scholarship. So thank you so much for creating this scholarship and creating an estate gift that ensures that impact is going to live on. Vernon, we really appreciate that. Vernon, I'll come over and make sure that I thank you personally for it here in a minute. Yeah, scholarships also support a commitment to a lifetime of learning. And I want to recognize the initiation of the Jesus M. and Odilia M. Perez Memorial RN to BSN Endowed Scholarship, which was initiated by Susan and Robert Strauss. Thank you. This scholarship supports non-traditional nursing students who are returning to advance their education. And financial aid options for returning students are really very different from those that are coming to university for the very first time. And you have made a new life possible for these students whose dream it has been to go into nursing. And you have created the pathway for them to realize that dream and to make a deep and profound impact on our community and our region through their care. So thank you so much for all you have done for these students. And then lastly, I think about our commitment to educational equity. The university is committed to creating paths to and through Grand Valley, as evidenced by the Ava Habitanova and Gregory Saniel Family Endowed Scholarship. Thank you so much. Your scholarship is supporting women who are entering into STEM fields and veterans and their families. And these are folks who perhaps haven't been served by higher education in the ways that we might have liked in the past. And your scholarship is creating new opportunities, and we are deeply grateful for that. Thank you. I know that each of you have made your own commitments that support and enable our commitments to the community and to our students. So I want to invite one of those students up to speak with you. So Bobby Janice, would you please join me? As I mentioned, Bobby is a social work student who has received the Rodney and Lou Carroll Mulder Social Work Endowed Scholarship, and she's wrapping up her last semester right now in our Accelerated Master's Program. Congratulations, and Bobby, I'd love for you to just share a little bit about your story with us.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you for all to come tonight. So a little of my story. When my son Tristan was a freshman in high school, he told me he didn't think he would go to college because it was too expensive. I told him there were scholarships and grants available and that college was an option for him. Later that night, my boyfriend at the time, now my fiance Shane, asked me why I didn't go back to college and get a degree. I told him it was too expensive. Well, I quickly realized that irony in my statement, and I ended up submitting my application to GRCC. After receiving an addiction studies certificate at GRCC, I transferred to Grand Valley. My time here has been exceptional. I've connected deeply with the faculty who truly care about our learning, not just about memorizing from a textbook, but about how we put that knowledge into practice and benefit our clients. In 7 weeks, I graduate with my bachelor's degree in social work, and will begin my social work master's, thank you, in the accelerated program, which I expect to complete in the spring of 2023. I'm excited to finish my studies and get to work as a school social worker. My family has been personally impacted by access to school social workers, and I'm especially passionate about bringing that resource to rural communities like mine in Morley, a little farther north of here. The journey has not been easy. I work on the weekends, I've been parenting 2 teens, I attend classes, participate in internships, and it has been easier because of donors like you. I would like to give a special thank you to Cray Mulder. Thank you for coming tonight. The scholarships I received, like the Mulder Social Work Scholarship, have allowed me the flexibility I need to be able to take an unpaid internship working at the foster care system at D.A. Blodgett St. John's. And I can still pay my mortgage. I'm so grateful for these opportunities and the hands-on experience I've had through Grand Valley. Most importantly, I'm grateful that I can be an example for my kids. Because of the support I've received, I'm so proud to say that both of my children are now pursuing higher education, and in fact, my daughter Nicole earned a full tuition scholarship to a 4-year college. and now there are 3 college students in my family. So thank you for doing everything for me and students like me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby. We are so proud to call you a Laker. As we wrap up the